fierce competitor. This is a channeled message. Take whatever resonates for you, but you are a formidable opponent, and whoever they sent to take you down, to D you up, failed. I'm hearing they're embarrassed. Their magic didn't work. They failed. And the dark side, the team they're playing for, is pissed. Like, they feel like they had intel on you and they got played. They got duped. Because you are protected by the Most High. They play for the devil and you play for God. And God plays for keeps. And you're a keeper. You're one of the best players. You are one of the best teammates. This makes me like really emotional. I'm hearing your soul tribe, your soul family, they're so fucking proud of you. Whatever was sent your way during this full moon eclipse, it was a lot. There were a lot of spells cast upon you. This is not for everybody. This is not a message for everyone. And there's no way it could have taken you down, but you felt it. You experienced it. You experienced it all. But you were shaded from it. Protected, cloaked, covered. You can walk through a field of landmines, and everyone else around you will explode. It is like you walking on water. Your spirit team, your guides, your family, your true family, star family, are so fucking proud of you. Even they underestimated you. You are a magical fucking warrior. I love you.
Hello, people. Hello. Okay. Now, we're going to talk about something briefly here. This is the case against me versus the USA. Okay? Now, the reason why I sued the United States is because they need a little bit more structure, with the DOJ, and the DOJ need a little bit more oversight on these state officials and these state officials running these courts and, doing all of these different acts, and they are foreclosing people from justice, okay? Now, these people were negligent, all right? They sat up and let my brother get killed, and they sat up and let me almost be killed. If I didn't know what I knew how to do to get myself healthy, I would have been dead before Moses, okay? And when I didn't die that month, then they just went and got him the next month. Okay? So that's what happened. And these people are liable. And so I sued their ass. I sued them. Okay? Because we've been in their federal courts. We've been in their Supreme Courts. We've been in contact with their DOJ. We've been sat down with their FBI. And we done did all that. We done sat down with the state attorney generals. We done been down at the internal affairs with the police in Columbus. We done been in front of Judge Graham, which is a federal judge. I mean, we done been through so many different agencies, okay? And we have gotten nowhere. And it's these people's fault. It's their fault. It's the Department of Justice fault. Department of Justice and Department of Homeland Security and the motherfucking FBI. It's y'all fault that I almost died. It's y'all fault that I almost got killed. And it's y'all fault that I got poisoned at that restaurant. And then the next month, my brother died. Okay, it's y'all fault. Y'all sent that bitch. Okay, we ain't making no bones about it. You sent that bitch, had her living in my house and doing all that shit, and the cat is out the bag. Now that bitch is in jail, and now y'all got to pay the fuck up. Now, while everybody was sitting back calling me crazy and sitting back saying, oh, well, he just making this up and his brother died from a heart complication, and then y'all want to put that shit, got that shit on Google, online, talk about some medical complications, and you know good and goddamn well my brother was murdered, but you don't want to put it out there. So guess what, United States? Guess what, United States government? You are going to pay your bill, okay? You're going to take care of this, okay? Since you stood back and you allow all that to go on and you stood back, okay? Now, this shit ain't gonna start being funny when people start suing your motherfucking ass when you start dropping the ball, okay? It ain't enough people doing this. It's not enough people doing this. It's not enough people doing this. The FBI has an obligation to investigate when your rights is being violated by state officials, okay? And when they don't, and they sit up there and tell you they need a law partner from the state in order to protect your rights, then guess what? They're negligent and they're in breach of the United States Constitution. That United States Constitution is a contract to my rights. When I come into court and I invoke my rights, your ruling should be consistent with those rights. Okay, everything should be consistent with those rights kept in mind. And that's all. That's the contract. That's the oath of office. That's what the oath of office upholds, okay? I got this shit mastered. I know it like the back of my hand. So there's nothing that they could say. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. There's no excuse whatsoever. So now they know what to do. So we got a judge. The presiding judge is Judge Matthew Solemson. And this court is the federal court in Washington, D.C. So, you know, they got to do what's right. They have to honor that Constitution. They have to honor that Constitution. That's it and that's all. That's what they have to do. These people are negligent. They fully liable. They liable as far as being negligent, and they're liable as far as intentional, because they sent this girl. Okay, their agency sent this girl. Okay, their agency sent that poison to that Plant-A-Queen restaurant. Okay, so the cat is out the bag, the jug is up. I told them bitches they met they match. I told them, because I'm not the type of motherfucker that give a fuck. Right is right and wrong is wrong, and when you do something wrong to me, I'm gonna stay on your ass until you make it right. I don't care what it takes. I don't care what it takes. And that's what had to happen. This is an example. This is an example. It's been too many people that happened to. Too many other people, celebrities and stuff dying, and ain't nobody doing nothing. No, you ain't about to just kill my brother and ain't nothing about to happen, and this shit go swept under the rug, and then you move off to the next person and kill them again. Nah, bitch. No. Unprecedented justice in this motherfucking matter for an unprecedented individual that you killed. Okay? So that's what it is. We sued they fucking asses off, and we ain't gonna say how much we sued for, but we sued for a pretty hefty amount. And we want every last penny of it, not a red cent less. Now, since they want to sit back and allow that to happen, and to sit back and let these federal judges serve these cabals and do what the fuck they want to do. When they get tired of paying these monies, when enough people start suing them and they get tired of paying, they'll find a way to cut out this fucking activity. All right? That's what'll happen. So there it is. So you guys, there's the case number and everything. That's what we have going on. So not only did we get the some of the wrongdoers taken out of their position, but we had to take an action against the United States itself because, when we do something, they want to say, oh, the United States versus McCormick or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now they're liable. Now they're liable. Okay, now y'all liable for what y'all did. Okay, so there's no excuse. So we have that case in the federal court in Washington D.C. and we marching on forward to justice. And it's gonna be many, many, many justices being rendered because it was a lot of wrongdoing and it wasn't nobody that has sense enough to step in and be effective and bring these matters to a close and stop this shit. These people kept doing this shit. They thought it was a game. So guess what? They got to fucking pay like they weigh. And that's that. All constitutional rights invoked, none waived. Hello, people. This is the director, was the director for the Ohio Lottery. Okay, this is Mr. Pat McDonald. Okay, we're going to be briefly talking about Pat. I just want you to get his face down, okay, so you can look. Okay, I wanted to give you images of his face before we start talking about him. I'm going to be sharing a number of different things and a number of different facts, and these will all align up with what I said in previous videos if you've been following. Okay, so for my regular viewers, this was the director of the Ohio Lottery. Okay, now let's get right into it. The first thing I want to talk about is this little news article. This came out in January 14th, 2023. And in my opinion, I felt taunted. Like, I felt like this man was, taking a dig at me. You know what I'm saying? And when I came across this article, that's how it came across. It came across like he was taking a dig at me. He was being funny. He was trying to be funny. And I said, you know what? They gonna keep on trying to be funny. That shit gonna blow up in their face. So this is what Pat McDonald said to the state of Maine. He said, congratulations to the Maine State Lottery, which has just won its first ever Mega Millions jackpot, Pat McDonald, Ohio Lottery director says. Now, the first thing that came to my mind was, why is this man in the media from Ohio saying that about Maine, okay? Why is this man putting out a news release and congratulating the state of Maine from Ohio, okay? So my whole thing is like, why are you doing that? Why did you feel the need to do that? And I just felt like he did that because he knew what was going on with what we got going on in regards to the state of Arizona and the state of Ohio being stealing these lottery monies from me for all this time. Now, what ended up happening was I was like, you know what? He gonna get his karma. He gonna get his. He gonna get his. I said, he gonna get it. I said, he gonna get it. That's exactly what I said. I said, he gonna get it because to me, he was taunting me because several of those prizes belong to me. A lot of them do. A lot of them do. And he knew that. He knows that. And he was being funny when he did that. So I said, okay. I said, oh, okay, you being funny? You being funny? So I'm going to show y'all in this next little clip, I'm going to show you what's going on with Mr. McDonald now. So this was January 14th, 2023, when he congratulated the state of Maine for winning $1.35 billion. And he's the Ohio lottery director. So, like, why you doing that? Why? So, anyways, let's see how Mr. Pat McDonald got his karma, and let's see what else we could find out about him. Former Ohio Lottery Commissioner Pat McDonald retired from his role due to medical reasons, one day after denying allegations of unwanted behavior towards other commission employees. A new report documenting alleged harassment towards lottery employees has surfaced weeks after the former member of the Ohio Lottery Commission resigned due to undisclosed medical reasons. On April 12th, McDonald announced his abrupt retirement in a brief two-sentence email to Governor Mike DeWine's Chief of Staff, Stephanie McLeod. This is to notify you that I am retiring from my position of Director of the State of Ohio Lottery Commission effective today, April 12, 2023, due to medical reasons. McDonald's email read, "It has been a pleasure to serve the people of Ohio." McDonald's time with the Ohio Lottery goes back 16 years. The same amount of time as it goes back to them thefts. Okay? Having first served as a member and chair of the Ohio Lottery Commission before DeWine appointed him director in 2019, Lottery Post sat down virtually with the former lead director of Mega Millions in an exclusive interview 1 year ago to discuss potential game changes that the game group was considering at the time. His sudden departure from the commission occurred while the lottery was knee-deep in a few major to-do items on their docket, including settling a stalemate over establishing internet-based lottery gaming, or iLottery, in Ohio, and rebidding its central gaming system contract, which is worth over $90 million every 2 years. Governor DeWine appointed Michelle Gilchrist, his aerospace and defense liaison and Northeast Ohio regional liaison, as interim director of the Ohio Lottery. DeWine enlisted Cleveland-based law firm Zashin and Rich to conduct an internal review in which they determined that McDonald had violated Ohio Lottery Commission policy against inappropriate workplace conduct in the workplace. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so Ohio gets a new lottery director. There's that. Okay. All right. Okay. If you know, you know. Okay. Now we gonna move on to the next. Michelle Gilchrist was appointed to be the interim director of the Ohio Lottery Commission by Ohio Governor Mike DeWine in April of 2023. Prior to her appointment, Gilchrist served as the Northern Ohio Regional Liaison and the Governor's Aerospace and Defense Liaison to the Northeast sector of the state of Ohio. Good for Ohio. Hello, people. This was the Executive Director of the Arizona Lottery, Gregg Edgar. Now, Mr. Edgar had been serving as the Executive Director of Arizona Lottery for a number of years, and he was just replaced. If you know, you know. If you've been following us, you know. Okay? So he's now been replaced, and he has been replaced with this guy here. Okay? I think this guy's name is Alec Thompson, and yeah, he's the new Arizona Lottery Director. I'm gonna share an article that shows his name and everything officially, but yeah, Mr. Edgar was replaced as of April of 2023. Katie Hobbs names Alec Esteban Thompson as new director of Arizona Lottery. Okay, Katie Hobbs. Okay, don't be putting no more crooks up in here. Okay, Katie Hobbs announced Friday, March 24th, that Alec Esteban Thompson will be the new director of Arizona Lottery. If you know, you know. Justice has been served. I want to start this video out by saying all constitutional rights invoke, none waived. All constitutional rights invoke, none waived. Okay, people, getting right into it. This is Chief Justice, the ex-Chief Justice of the Ohio Supreme Court, Justice Maureen O'Connor. Now let's talk about Maureen O'Connor. For those of you who've watched previous videos, we told you that we were going to be going after this lady for a number of different acts that she committed surrounding the matters with Moses and all the judicial terrorist activities that were committed against him during his life before he was killed. Okay, this was one of the main ladies who was allowing it. This was the Ohio Supreme Court Chief Justice. All right. Now, she's no longer the Ohio Supreme Court Chief Justice. Thank God. Okay. The people of Ohio deserved better. This lady is a pretender. She's a liar. And she's fraudulent. Okay. Now, let's break that down because, one might say, well, why are you saying that about her? Well, what did she do? Okay. This lady, Moses was in court, and Judge Kim A. Brown made death threats against him in the court, and we regarded what she said as death threats because of the activity that was going on at the time with the police calling him at night and calling him bitches on his phone and, just harassing him. Detective William Wallace at the Columbus Division of Police, and this lady knew about it. And what she did was, when we filed the transcript from the court on the Ohio Supreme Court's record to recuse Judge Kim A. Brown, who was acting as Moses' divorce judge, this lady said no. And then she said there is no evidence of the words that Kim Brown said. She said there was no transcript or nothing attached to the motion to recuse Kim Brown. So she rejected it, and there was a transcript connected to there. This lady lied. She took orders. She did what she wanted to do, and her ass is out of there. Okay, her ass is out of there, and that's good for her. And they have a new Chief Justice. So I just wanted to briefly speak on that to show you guys that we are making head and we are making movement and things are being done. If the news don't want to report it, we're going to report it here. So everything that the news is not reporting, we're going to report it here. So if you hear it from us, you know that that's what happened, and you can do the little research on yourself and you can see. But they're not going to just say they're not going to put this stuff on TV like that because they just think, oh, well, that's going to make Mark look too good. So, it's really not about that. But, it's about the whole time I knew what these people was doing and they wasn't listening. So now at the end of the day, everybody got egg on their face. And I'm just standing here looking at everybody with one hand on my hip like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all brains? Because it took y'all this much time to catch up. It took y'all this much time to catch up, and now you want to do something, okay? So my brother is already gone, though, and that's why these people have to go to prison. I don't give a damn about she lost her job or she retired and she's not in office no more. Bitch, justice ain't serving till you going to jail, bitch. I ain't bite my fucking tongue until this bitch is sitting in jail. That ain't justice. I don't care. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not going to just walk away and say, oh, no, bitch. No, my brother is dead. Okay, my brother is dead. Okay, so because of that, you are going to prison now. So we got the first part done. We got you out of the office. Okay, we got you out the office, and the next part is coming. Hopefully it's coming before Christmas, so that can be my nice, beautiful Christmas gift to see this bitch locked up with a nice bow on her fucking jail cell. And then they want to put her in Google, Maureen O'Connor, as a former lieutenant governor of Ohio. Maureen O'Connor is an American lawyer and judge who served as the Chief Justice of Ohio Supreme Court from 2011 to 2022. She was elected to the court in 2002, becoming Chief Justice in 2010. Yeah, she wasn't no real Chief Justice. She was taking orders, and her ass got out of there. So she's out of there. Good fucking night. Hello, people. This is another person that was brought to justice. This is Judge Theodore Campagnolo. This was the judge that was on the case that I filed where I was suing Renee for the stuff that she did online. And what happened was this particular judge, in the middle of discovery, he threw the case out, talking about failure of prosecution. He threw the case out because her attorney at the time had pulled some type of scheme where he basically said, oh, I don't represent her anymore. And they were just playing with the courts. But anyway, he foreclosed justice with that, and he allowed her to get away with that, with what she was doing, what I sued her for. And then she went on to participate and set my brother up to be killed, and he was killed. So this is another person who could have brought some sort of sense of justice to the matter for the things that she did to me, and it could have kind of deterred her her willingness to go all the way forward with what her and her team had planned. But he didn't. He helped her and threw the case out. And so in return, what he got is he got his job taken. Okay, he got his job taken, and primarily that's all we asked for from him, is just get his job, and that's it. That's all we wanted. But these other motherfuckers, they gotta go to jail. So he's gone. He's out of there, and and that's that. So I just want you guys to see the face so you can know, and then I'll show another clip showing, when he was taken out of there and everything. Okay? The Theodore Campagnolo was a judge of Maricopa County Superior Court in Arizona. He assumed office in 2015. He retired on February 27, 2023. Got to be more careful. Okay? Justice has been served. Now let's move right on to the next person whose head rolled. Hello, people. Hello, my beautiful and brave. All right. This was Daniel J. Kiley. Okay, a lot of you heard me refer to him as Kiley Daniel. He's Daniel J. Kiley. Now, he was on the Arizona Court of Appeals. Okay, this was my Arizona Court of Appeals judge. All right, and this is the judge who actually caught the bad guys rigging the tape from the telephone trial that we had in the Dreamy Draw Justice Court. Now, what he then did was he changed his stance on that, okay? And he ruled in their favor, when he know he shouldn't have. He ruled in their favor, and he committed criminal activity in violation of Title 18, 18 U.S.C. 241, and 18 U.S.C. 242 of federal law, and 42 U.S.C. 1983, and he has been removed from his position. He has been removed from his position, okay? So he's out of there. His head has rolled, okay? And I'll show you guys a little bit more information on that. But I just want you to get a good look at him and know that justice was served. And hopefully this maggot is getting locked up. Okay, hopefully he'll be indicted and shipped away and locked up. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next piece of information regarding him. And then we're going to move on to the next person that was brought to justice. Daniel Kiley. Okay. Daniel Kiley was a judge of the Maricopa County Superior Court in Arizona. He left office in 2023. Kiley ran for re-election for judge of Maricopa County Superior Court in Arizona. He won in the retention election on November 3rd, 2020. He's gone. He's out of there. Justice have been served. Moving right along. Hello, people. This is Judge Allison Backus, who was the original judge on my court case, okay? Now, she has been since removed. She has been removed from the court. Okay, now I just wanted to show her face before we get into some information, because I want to show you that, we got her term ended early since she wanted to be doing that bullshit that she was doing. You know what I'm saying? So here's her picture, and let's move. We're going to get right into it. Okay, we're going to start at the bottom. Allison Backus is a judge of the Maricopa County Superior Court in Arizona. Her current term ends on January 4th, 2027. Backus ran for re-election for judge of whatever. Okay. So it says that her term was set to end on January 4th, 2027. Now let's take a look at the top here. Honorable Judge Allison Backus. Okay. Judge Backus currently serves as a United States Magistrate Judge in Phoenix, Arizona. She previously served on the Arizona State Bench from 2015 to 2023. Okay? She shouldn't be serving on no bench. Okay? She shouldn't be serving on no bench, and we're going to be taking all the efforts to get this lady put in jail right along with the rest of these people. Y'all don't just get to get fired and sit at home and no, you're going to get what the rest of the criminals get. Poor criminals get. Criminals is poor. They go to jail when they do crime. That's what these bitches going to get. And I'm going to be here to make sure they get it. They ain't getting off easy with no getting fired and getting no other jobs where they could make more money. No, you're going to go through the same thing that poor people go through when they have to go to jail. You're going to feel it, the effects all the way around. You're going to feel it right along with your family, just like we had to, okay? So that's what's going to happen. So she's out of there. She don't work for the state no more. She's not a judge no more. And that's what she get. That's what she get. And hopefully she on her way to jail playing with me, wasting my time and issuing fraudulent orders. That's what she get. I told her we was going to get her. Karma is a motherfucker. And for you ones that was watching this video, and when somebody tell you you going to get your karma, and you think that they just letting you get away with it, and you think, oh, that's corny. It ain't nothing going to happen to me. Ain't nothing going to happen to me. You better take heed to this video. You better look at this video, and you better take heed, because this shit is real. When you get what you put out, when you doing stuff that's wrong, and you doing it to people, and you lying, and you cheating, and you taking shortcuts and doing all that shit gonna catch up with you. It's gonna catch up with you, okay? And it caught up with her, and her ass is out of there. Her term is over. I want to go ahead and talk briefly, just kind of freestyle a little bit. You know, these individuals that felt the heat from our work and what we have been doing, they were rightfully taken out of their positions, and more than likely they're on their way to jail. And it's going to be a lot more people going with them because it's still a lot of work to be done. And, you know, it's a shame that it had to come to this, and it's a shame that you have to show people the hard way, because when you try to give them a chance to do what's right, to fix something, to simply do their job, they don't want to do it because they want to get in their feelings, and they want to feel like, well, I don't feel that you should have this, or I don't feel that I have to do this for you, because generally people are so lazy, okay, on their jobs. They're so lazy that they don't want to have to do their jobs because they feel like this. They feel like just because they go to work and they get the same paycheck, they know that money is spent already. Soon as they get that check, it's already got things that it's going out to. So they don't want to have to do no extra work because they feel like they ain't getting no money. So when they get somebody like me to come up in there and I say, well, you need to do your job and I need you to do this and you need to do that, they don't want to do it because their money is already spent, unless I'm going to give a bribe or unless I'm going to do something like that. That's the only time they're going to be motivated to want to do the right thing or do their job. And they forget that it's not my problem, or it's not the people's problem that your money is spoken for, that you get paid to do this job. On payday, your money is already gone to them bills and everything that you got going on, and you feel like you don't want to do nothing for me because you feel like you ain't getting nothing. It's not my fault. So when people want to be like that, and when they don't want to do their jobs, the consequences is going to be heavy, because it's going to have effects, and it's going to have continuous effects until somebody can step in and make it right. Okay, these people was like kids, they was like children, and then the people that were higher up above them were also like children, because nobody was stepping in to bring balance to the situation. They was just allowing one person to do one thing, and then when that person get caught, put another different person in there to keep doing it, and basically just ruining people's lives is what they were doing, instead of somebody having some sense and coming in with an effective plan to put all the matters, to mitigate the damages for everybody and to bring the situation to a close. No, they wanted to play because they want to be in their feelings about me, and they want to be jealous of me, and they want to be jealous of my brother, and they want to be jealous of what we can do because they can't do it. So you want to be feeling jealous like that, and you want to get in your feelings, then you can take your motherfucking ass to jail. Okay? Because that's where all them jealous motherfuckers going. They all going to jail. Okay? They all going to jail. They didn't want to give my brother no justice because they was jealous of him. They was jealous of him. Now, we're going to give them something even more to be jealous about. Now, they thought they was jealous, then they about to really be jealous. Okay? Broke, bored, and jealous. That's what they about to be. Okay? So that basically we wanted to just kind of show you guys that what we're doing is not in vain. Our work is not in vain, and we have made headway. So thank you guys for viewing, and all constitutional rights invoked and waived, and we out of here.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.